Today we are going to change these out to some black ones. I'm going to show you how I do it. Just going to need a few things. The first thing is a microfiber towel, so we can use that to wipe the paint down. Plastic scraper in case you need to get some of the glue off if it's left behind, but the way I do it's pretty good about getting it all off. Some fishing line. You're going to use, or you can use floss, whatever works. Tape. Label and sticker remover, whatever brand works for you. A hair dryer. I recommend using your wife's hair dryer, or if you have her old one like I got, don't use a heat gun because that just gets it too hot. This gets it just hot enough to make the glue that they use tacky enough that you can get behind it with this, and you're going to floss it off just like you would your teeth. Unless of course you don't have teeth and you don't know what I'm talking about, well then you're just going to have to watch. So what I like to do is I tape around it to protect the paint and to kind of tape off where the factory one is. Alright, and I take off a hole. I leave the T a hole. Now the T, the reason I leave that on there is because I use the T to line up the factory line with the old one. So I carefully take the T out of the new one. I place the T into the jig and then stick it. So now you're going to have a chrome T with black a hole. Once I get this stuck, then I take the T off. I'll put the T, the black one, back in the jig, and I'll put the aho back in the jig and then press the T down. Now I'm sure maybe there's an easier way to do it. I'm sure there's detail people, they're going to watch this and say how stupid and I do it by eye, blah blah blah. Well, that's great. That's why I'm me and you're you. This is how I do it. Comes out perfect every time. You really only get one chance at putting these on there, and for how much they cost, it's really not something you want to screw up. Plus, you're not just running to the store and grabbing new ones. This is usually something you have to order through GM. So, I'm going to finish getting set up here. We're going to put this into a time lapse, and then you can see start to finish how I install this on my vehicle. So what I did was, I got everything removed, I got it cleaned up with the rubbing alcohol. I took the T out of it, so it just says aho. So what I'll do is I'll fit the T into the template, make sure it's square with the tape, and I'll put aho down. Then I'll do the same process with the T. I'll put it back in the template, I'll get the aho put back in there, and then we'll get the T pressed into it. So that's where we're at right now. So back to the time lapse, and then I'll bring you back when we're done. Alright, so we got the old letters off, got the new ones on. All you gotta do is pull the protective tape. got a little bit stuck up underneath this bad boy here. There we go. And then the only other thing I do, kind of came down over the tape a little bit, but the only other thing I do is take my quick detailer, little spritz on there, and then I just kind of get it rubbed right down in between all the letters. Nice and clean, because this will be the only time it is clean. And then just like that, black Tahoe, and then you can press the letters back into that. I'll throw some tape on them and stick them to the wall in the garage just because, or if you want to throw them into the word scrambler for Scrabble or whatever and come up with fun words, you can spell them out. But yeah, so that's how I do it. Now we got the black Tahoe on the black Tahoe. Thanks for watching. If you wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up and that subscribe button for me, I would much appreciate it. Yeah, if you have any questions or comments, put them below. Thanks.